not the subsidiary figure you'll see in London, has a fairly large and efficient organization of his own, or it has him. We don't quite know the relationship there. Of course, the British are interested, since he is using their country for a base of operations. And, of course, the Russians are trying to turn the situation to their own advantage. Sure, I said. This base of operations you mentioned, sir, do we know where it is? If we did, your play acting would not be necessary. We think we have the area narrowed down to Scotland, probably northwestern Scotland. Your itinerary has been arranged accordingly. I'm under the impression that's a rugged country for a honeymoon, I said. At 105 pounds, my bride's a little light for real tough going. Don't worry about Claire. If she can survive the jungles of Southeast Asia, she can presumably survive the Scottish Highlands. Well, it's not quite the same thing, sir, but I see your point. Of course, you can expect to be under very close observation by one party or another from the moment you make your first contact in London. You will govern yourselves accordingly. Yes, sir, I said. Once we've tripped the trigger, so to speak, we'll assume we're getting the full treatment. Mics in the room, bugs on the phone, electronic gadgets stuck to the car with alnico magnets, and little lip-reading men with big binoculars hiding in the bushes. We'll even keep up the act in the John, if you like. I made a face. Not to mention, I suppose, in bed. That will be fine, he said calmly. The facts of life are pretty much taken for granted around that office. He went on. There is really no doubt that you will be spotted, Eric. You are in their files, and in a sense you are expected, you or someone like you. I said, I won't thank you for the compliment, sir, until I'm sure it is one. What I mean is, he said, that it's a matter of record that we've used you as a troubleshooter before when a job went sour on us. We've just lost the man who was handling this assignment. Actually, he wasn't ours, but we've been asked to replace him. The British authorities are delaying public identification of the body for reasons of their own, but they pass the word in private. I frowned thoughtfully. Which brings up a ticklish point, sir. The British authorities. What is the official line? Mac said without expression. Officially, you will cooperate with the British authorities and give them full respect and consideration. Yes, sir, I said. And unofficially? He sighed. Eric, you are being tiresome. Unofficially, you will of course do the job assigned to you the way it was assigned, regardless of who may attempt to interfere. The British still apparently have hopes of accomplishing this mission in a genteel and civilized way. After a number of failures, we have given up such hopes. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir, I said. Does this man I'm replacing have a name? I mean, did he have a name? His real name doesn't matter, you didn't know him. He was calling himself Paul Buchanan, posing as an American tourist interested in tracing his Scottish forebears. That is the only lead we have at present to the person we are seeking. I'll give you the details in a moment. And Buchanan was working on it. He started, as you will, in London, travelled north to Scotland, and disappeared into the Highlands. He was found dead near a small town called Ullapool, on an inlet of the west coast pretty far up. Dead how? I asked. The preliminary report we have, courtesy of the British, states only that he seems to have died of natural causes. Mac's voice was toneless. Sure, I said. And just what was friend Buchanan doing way to hell and gone up there? We don't know. After a moment, Mac frowned. What do you mean, Eric? I said, to the best of my recollection, that's Mackenzie and MacDonald territory up there, sir. The Buchanans come from farther south, not much above Glasgow. Why would anyone tracing them take off into the remote Western Highlands? Mac said, maybe that was the mistake that betrayed him. As I told you, he was not one of ours, and I don't know how good a briefing he had, or how good an actor he was. He obviously blundered badly enough somehow to get himself caught and killed. Mac eyed me sharply. And how do you know so much about the families of Scotland? You don't happen to have an ancestor who came from there? I shrugged. I can probably scare one up if he's needed. I thought your family was strictly Scandinavian.